Hey, rise and shine, everyone. 6 o'clock here on your Wednesday, halfway through the week. Jason and Alicia here with you as we count down to the weekend.
Oh, for sure. But let's bring in meteorologist John Ziegler in. John, I'll be firing up the barbecue today because you know what? It's hot out. You might as well keep the heat outside instead of cooking in.
I love meat. Just meat in general. You know what I mean? All right. 9 degrees warmer right now than yesterday, 18 in Hayward, and we are dealing with a nice summer start, right? We're dealing with temperatures that are in the 60s. We'll talk about that, bringing up our storm threat as we head into the afternoon. So temperatures out there now, 66, 60 in Mankato, low 60s in St. Cloud, 63 in Wilmer. I keep smiling because I don't know why meat sounds. We had hot dogs at 7 a.m., all right? We got the giggles yesterday. I know, right? 81 by noon. We'll see that wind crank up here this afternoon. 87. It is a more appropriate time to grill at 4 p.m., not 7 a.m. We'll track a chance for some storms in your full forecast.
All right. Good advice there. Thanks, John. 6:02. Let's give you a look at the roads. Drive times have been great all morning. We've been accident-free. No crashes out there to slow you down. So let's give you some drive times. Sitting at 8 minutes, 94 eastbound if you're going from Minneapolis to St. Paul. 7 minutes, opposite direction. Another drive time here, 94 westbound from Hudson to St. Paul, just sitting at 15 minutes. So not a bad start to your Wednesday.
All right, keep an eye on those bank accounts. Those Governor Walz rebate checks should start showing up in those accounts within the next 3 days.
Yeah, he's making that official announcement at 10:30 this morning. The big news comes just before the new school year starts. Cece's live at the Capitol breaking down who gets them and how much they're going to be. Hey, Cece.
Hey, good morning. So in just a few hours at 10:30, Governor Walz will hold an event here at the Capitol going into more detail about this payout plan. But before that happens, here's what we know about how much you'll get. So if you're single and made less than $75,000 or less in 2021, you'll get a check for $260. Married couples that made $150,000 or less in 2021 will get $520. Families can get another $260 for each dependent, only up to 3 dependents, and then payments are capped at $1,300. Now, you don't need to apply for these one-time payments, but you had to live in Minnesota for part of or all of 2021 to be eligible. Now, if your banking information is up to date, you're going to get cash right into your bank account, but if your banking information is not up to date, you'll get a paper check sent to the address that's listed on your 2021 tax return. Officials say all payments should be out to millions of Minnesotans by the end of September. Guys.
Yeah, a lot of people anticipating those checks this morning. Cece Gaines reporting live for us. Thank you. And those rebates are coming at a pretty good time when most parents are buying those school supplies. The National Retail Federation says Americans will likely spend $41.5 billion on school supplies this year, which is a new record. The average family will spend $890. That's also a new record. The biggest reason for the hike in spending, according to experts, inflation is driving up prices.
All right, 6:04, we've got brand new video in this morning from Hawaii showing FEMA crews on the ground in Lahaina. They're touring the destruction left behind by those deadly wildfires. In the last 3 hours, we've learned 106 people have died in the fires and nearly 1,000 people remain missing. People here in Minnesota with ties to the island are doing what they can to provide relief on the ground or here at home. Charlie Torgerson, who owns RC's Barbecue, and his new menu item this year, Mawasota Ribs, was created while using a friend's smoker in Lahaina. Denise Black is that friend who owns an event venue in Lahaina that burned down in that fire a week ago. She says she's feeling grateful for people like Charlie who are donating proceeds from those ribs at the state fair to Operation Barbecue Relief, which is an organization helping feed those displaced in Maui.
We're fortunate that we're all alive, but the loss, because there are so many other people that are not as lucky as we are right now.
Other businesses are also doing what they can to help. Chase Anderson, who used to live in Lahaina and owns the Agate Dude, is hosting a silent auction next month. Meanwhile, the Red Cross has 10 volunteers from the Minnesota and Dakotas region in Hawaii right now. If you'd like to help Maui, you can make a $10 donation by texting the words Red Cross to 90999. You can also donate to other organizations like the Maui Strong Fund or Maui Humane Society.
Right now, there's a renewed search to find a Minnesota man who's been missing for more than 40 years. 20-year-old Michael Olson was interning at a country club down in West Palm Beach, Florida. On December 1st, 1979, he went out for drinks with coworkers and then disappeared. Now a friend of Michael is making sure he's not forgotten. Paige Nynaber was a friend of Michael's in Minnesota. Over the weekend, he flew to Jacksonville and met with expert divers to search local waterways for any trace of Michael or his '79 Grand Prix. Though they haven't found anything so far, divers say at the very least they can rule this theory out and move on to a different one.
We have encouraging news this morning from Metro Transit. It says one of its busiest and most troubled stations is becoming safer.
I'm Morgan Wolf. Metro Transit is reporting a 75% drop in police service calls at this Lake Street and Midtown station since January. This has been a big area of focus after having issues with crime in the past few years. The Metro Transit police chief told me that they do think that the effort with the community, improving infrastructure, and extra patrolling of this station has helped improve the rider experience, and he hopes that this will be a model for other stations in the area moving forward.
6:06 on the clock, and we could know more in the next 24 hours about Lyft and its threats to leave Minneapolis on January 1st. This all stems from a proposal boosting protections and pay. The plan would guarantee a minimum wage for the rideshare company's drivers. It would also offer receipts so drivers know how much a rider paid and how much went to the company. Lyft says the plan makes fares too high and cuts drivers' earnings. Uber, which has also threatened to leave our entire state, has voiced similar concerns. Right now, a statewide task force is working with rideshare companies and drivers to come to an agreement.
This morning, more than 500 primary care doctors, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants with Allina Health are preparing to vote to unionize. Dr. Matt Hoffman from Allina's Vadnais Heights Clinic is leading the charge. In a statement, he says, after years of unsuccessful attempts to work with upper management, we decided as a group to pursue unionization. Allina says they're engaged to listening to the group of doctors and responding with ways to better support them. The doctor group notified the National Labor Relations Board on Friday. This is the second group of doctors at Allina to start the unionization process this year.
Starting Friday, if you're a patient at Mayo Clinic and you message your doctor through the portal, you could be charged up to $50. According to Mayo, charges will apply if the message is initiated by the patient and involves, quote, a clinical decision that would otherwise have been provided through an in-person or virtual visit. Patients will get an alert before sending a message that gives them an option to cancel or schedule a visit instead.
Today, the city of Minneapolis is retesting one of its beaches that shut down due to too much bacteria. Bedeh-McCoska's 32nd Street Beach is one of 3 beaches closed this morning. Lake Hiawatha Beach and Cedar Lake Point Beach are also closed because of high levels of E. coli. The city says it also had to shut down the Weber Natural Swimming Pool, which will stay closed indefinitely.